And if you were listening in the background, you can hear Uche being introduced. He was the man who scored all the goals last year to help them earn promotion. And then this year with Cinema Pangol and some solid play from Rosu, has found himself on the bench probably more than he would like. Well, he does provide a spark.
Well, with Pangol, Uche, they've got 18 goals between them. This is a formidable strike force. Will Real Madrid be able to cope with them? They've done brilliant in that first 45 minutes. Now they have a new challenge.
And this is going to be an early chance for Uche in the box.
Brilliant tackle.
Is it a back pass? No. Play on. Florent Cinema Pangol.
Seeing early doors, man. This is a tough tandem to deal with now for Madrid. That was a brilliant reach-in tackle there to deny Pangol. See again, Sergio Ramos pulling him back, but not enough. There's the reach-in. Brilliant.
But is that a pass?
Probably was. This referee, we were talking about it at half-time. He's been a little bit out there, hasn't he? Been a bit of a Twilight Zone referee sometimes. Gets a little bit lost in that Bermuda Triangle. Sees things a little bit upside down. But either way, Sergio Ramos, absolutely superb. That had goal written all over it. Sergio Ramos doing enough, Phil, illegally pulling back. This is a clean from the side. Sergio Ramos, you see him extending himself and just poking it away. There's the illegal part of it, but it's not enough. The advantage is played to Cinema Pangol. He wants a call. He cannot believe he doesn't get it. But Ramos, efficient. Roberto Carlos's eyes there, brilliant. Looking at Cannavaro, saying you've got to keep an eye on these guys in the middle.
And we talked about it at halftime as well. 1-0, total domination. And we were one referee's whistle away from being all tied up.
Yep.
Ball back for Beckham. Robinho still unlucky. Pedro Medina on the near side. That's Javier Navoa on the far.
Trying to take on a little bit too much there. Little Robinho, when Beckham's majestical ball across the top. Here's another look. That's clean from the side, Phil. You'll see right here is the playing of the ball by Sergio.
Hard to see the touch,
and
but you can
there's
see the ball.
Contact of the player, which is perfectly legal. It was Sergio Ramos's hands around the player that could have possibly have been called against him. But there wasn't enough.
Nice work. Diarra deflects. Torres doing pretty well on the right side today, but Recreativo is going at him.
He recovers well. Once he does join in the attack, he does cover back a little bit better than what Cecinio does. And of course Beckham is always willing to do his donkey work and cover back for the attacking fullback.
They've already put Uche in. Javi Guerrero available. Ball flipped through Raul. Almost gets it back for Beckham.
Dishes it off. He's got him on.
One touch in and a lunge by Beto pushes it away.
Nice steering ball by Beckham, but it's well dealt with this time by his boys in the middle. Raul prompts it. David sees Van Nistelrooy begging for it. Again, just a little short, but well covered that time. Beckham had been able to lift that ball, might have found a target.
Launches the corner in. Number 3 for Real. Back. Slips. Lifted Ramos. Great save, Laquet. And Beckham lofts it just over the bar.
Robinho gets it back into the mixer. Finds its way. Sergio just freezes for that split second. Here again, Robinho doesn't look, he just gets it in the danger area. It skips across, beautifully controlled by Sergio Ramos, but that's tremendous goalkeeping by Laquet. Brings the lads out of the locker and out of the dugout. Sergio Ramos did beautifully well to steady himself, but again, credit the goalkeeper. How much more could the defender have done? Not too much more, just off. That insurance goal still being denied. Real Madrid keeping their fans on razor blades and tenterhooks. Sharp ones as well.
Gago just gets it out of the danger zone.
Sergio Ramos always likes to push in, and he allows him that sort of freedom. Ramos was a converted defender from a midfield player from his young days, and that lovely little touch, because I tell you what, Sergio Ramos doesn't see that ball coming till very late, because it came across all of Recreativo's defenders and Real Madrid's forwards.
Through ball.
Too heavy.
Laquet. Is it a trip and a penalty? It is!
Giving him it, and he's going to be sent. No!
Yellow card.
Thought it was too heavy, but that little jackrabbit that is Robinho closes in like a greyhound here, gets a contact. It's certainly heavy. Raul pushes him through. There's that acceleration, a Stonewall penalty. There's no arguing about this. It's his speed, that lightning pace of his. Raul knows that he's got it in him. He let him too heavy, I thought, but you don't take into consideration lightning greased pace that the Brazilian has. Van Nistelrooy has been tremendous from the spot this year.
Looking for his 22nd.
This is huge.
Hearing the footsteps of Canute and Milito in his race for the golden boot, the Pichichi. And one step closer towards their 30th title. Rolls it home, calm, cool, and collected, and Real Madrid doubles their lead.
Perfection of a penalty, and he celebrates disco style. As soon as he touches the ball, he knows it's sent heavenly, and they're bouncing nicely. Beck Caesar. Aye. Married lad. Look at this. There's the vision. He sees him there, that little look. He sees the weight of Laquet moving. The weight cannot be pulled back, and there's a tremendous celebration. Ruud sees the Madrista fans. But go back to little Robinho, everybody, because it was him that set this goal up for Ruud. Beautiful run into the box, jackrabbit Robinho, and a nice inviting ball by Raul, but it was far from a perfect pass by the skipper, but it was enough.
Now to play it on both sides, do you think Robinho could have caught that ball? It was going pretty hard.
Doesn't matter.
Foul in the box.
Of course, he's made contact with him. He's been taken down. Doesn't need full control of it. And it doesn't matter that the ball went out of play either. There's nothing to do with the final act, which was Laquet coming out recklessly.
Van Nistelrooy, a poor pass back.
had to do it in a split second. Lacquet had to decide to leave his lane. And Rubinho read him like Jack and Jill.
Santi Cazorla trying to combine on this near side. Vasquez pushing a little higher. Javi Guerrero has entered the game. I think that was probably right after the goal.
The insurance that they needed has been provided by Ruud. Madrid fans can settle down a little now. They're not out of the woods, but they can see the light. This was their pressure cooker game. He came through and led them right from the front. Van Nistelrooy, merciless, and there again is that instantaneous celebration as soon as it leaves his foot. Brilliant Dutchman, brilliant Orangi. Good ball.
Out to the far flank.
Overlaps on. Look at that streaker.
Arguably the man of the match, passing off to Roberto Carlos. Back to the top and no one home.
Great recovery. Clean. Wins it. Good play, Gago. Sloppy there. Oh, Leon.
Uche getting a helping hand from Diarra afterwards. Almost slips through, but Torres pinching over. Complimented Torres so much this year on how he's just stepped in on the left side. They've had just as many problems filling in the right side. Who knows if Torres doesn't take that one too.
Super versatile, you're right, Phil. From no money, he has matured this season in a way that, for all of his promise and potential of the past 2 or 3 years, this year he seems to have came of age. Sergio Ramos. Handball.
Another substitution. Checking out will be Juanma. And it's Aitor checking in. So all of the wild cards have been played. Recreativo has not given up. David Beckham, well, we know what short fuse he has. Better watch out, otherwise Pasha's going to come down and get a yellow card.
Now this referee has made some really strange decisions. There it is. There's the retaliation afterwards, and that's a vicious kick.
Just ask
David Beckham's goalies.
Ask Diego Simeone. That should be a red. Anytime you kick out.
I remember Beckham got sent off against Argentina in the World Cup for something that was very, very innocuous, but that was nasty.
Plays it back to safety. Beckham again.
No.
Almost. Looked like Lacquet might have touched it. And I think that's what they're going to say.
Gets this one wrong, and it still pays off. This is a poor cross.
Is it, or is he looking for a better revenge? Corner kick. Beckham walking over. Looks like he wants it.
Lacroix, poor goalkeeping.
Headed away. Real Madrid putting the pressure on, and now Recreativo tries to counter. They have not had much success. Raul still in. Holy forced to push it out. Big hello to Alexei and Nicholas Rowinski, who are watching here today. Hope they like what they're seeing. Real Madrid fans around the world probably do.
I'll say, been a textbook road warrior performance by Capello's men. As we said, he's had a cracking game, but man, he's had full supporting in the likes of Diarra and Gago, two real unsung heroes. Everywhere the black shirts have been brilliant today. They can smell victory now, but still they've got to close it down. There's the real best closer in the world, Cannavaro. Not a bad man to look back and see is your central defender.
In the middle, the shot deflected away. No chance for Javi Guerrero.
Roberto Carlos this time it was, leaving his fullback position and seeing Cannavaro getting a little bit caught out. But it's the Brazilian to the rescue. They are covering each other's backsides like demons. Here's a little screw up. There's nothing Cannavaro could do. Sergio Ramos gets a little bit caught, and it was Roberto Carlos coming across to tidy up. Well, the fans still urging their boys on. It's not often that Real Madrid comes to town. They're enjoying the day, but they ain't enjoying seeing their boys being put through the ringer. Not his day. He said some, he said many this season.
Smile on Roberto Carlos's face. It's been a while since we've seen one of those.
Again, the recovery of the black shirts is impressive. If they do lose it, there's 2 or 3 other soldiers gunning to get it back. That may not be pure football, but it's warrior spirit. Good give and go by Beckham. The delivery's on.
I'll give you that one. Nearing the 65th minute.
Nice ball.
Launched and lofted off target. No problem for Casillas.
Limiting Uche to this sort of effort is okay. It's a brave rise above Roberto Carlos, but he's saying you've got to cut the service off, boys. Close him down.
Recreativo, other than that 3-0 at the Bernabeu, have not had a ton of huge wins. Basically, they've done the thing that in many ways is hard to do in your first year up. They've beaten the teams that they should beat. Now, they've made it difficult against Sevilla. Barcelona had a pretty easy go of it, but when they take on the likes of a Celta de Vigo or a Osasuna, they've come away with 3 points more often than not.
They have been a great story, Phil, for all the beautiful glamour boy clubs at the top. This little team here that's right on the coast. It's not a bad city to make your living in.
In fact, the stadium is right across the street from the river of Odiel. little different than St. James, isn't it, though? A little warmer. Cazorla. It's there. The good defense. Guerrero just bodied off the ball by Ramos. I think he wants to see a little bit more fight from his team. Has Real done enough here today to prove to you that they're the team to beat?
For sure. It was a great performance, and it has been, and it is a great performance. It's not over. We've seen this team lose their focus and drop their guard, but it seems that those dark days are gone for Capello's men. And it's a sharp ball out of the back by Roberto Carlos. That's not accidental football. Quality. And you talk about Huelva wanting to be more of a fight. Well, they're just being out-fought. They're not just being out-footballed. They're being out-fought.
Torres, Beckham. Into the middle for Diarra. They haven't gone to the bench yet. Raul. One of his better games. Nothing to show for it yet, but he's created 2 or 3 good chances for himself. Does a good job holding up here.
Rubinho on that far side, standing in an absolute desert, needed that ball switching from Diarra. Diarra really, it's not his sort of game, and it's really not Gago's either, but Rubinho's got to be found when he's in that much space. And Beckham did it earlier, remember, and Rubinho was closing in on the goal. He's getting a lot of freedom. Lovely ball again. Switches on.
Out to the near side, Raul. Rude and Raul. And a bobble and Recreativo on the counter.
Aye, aye.
Uche.
Oh, look out!
Into the middle, touched wide. Torres almost put it to his own goal, but just wide enough.
Uche benefits from the referee, Mahuto Gonzalez. The referee gets in this passing lane way down, and all of the windows start opening up for Recreativo. Uche it is that puts Cannavaro on his back like a turtle. Poor defending by the Italian, but the referee unfortunately getting caught right in the passing lane of Real Madrid, and the ball dropping. Fortunately for Recreativo, that was dangerous, man.
Here they come again. Uche. Out to the flank, Aitor.
Heavy. Out. Beckham having words with the ref. He runs by, and he should. As the assist would have went to Mahuto Gonzalez if Uche had scored. Looking for the next one. Looking for the next goal-scoring high, Van Nistelrooy.
Well, after this, 3 games remain for Real Madrid. Just over 20 minutes left to go in the 35th of the season. Hosting La Coruña, who put up a battle today against Seville. At Zaragoza, who are playing red hot. And that might be the game that determines whether Seville or Barcelona has a chance, because on the road at Zaragoza, then Mallorca, they'll close it out at the Bernabeu. Now Barcelona, next 2 games are at home, but they're tough. Getafe and then Espanyol, and they'll close out of the road at Nastic, which should be an easy win, but Nastic might want to go down to the 2nd division with a pleasant memory.
You're right, Phil, but the pressure cooker now shifts in our next game to Madrid and the Atleti. Los Blancos fans are going to be seeing their praise on their knees for the Rojiblancos to turn over Barcelona in our next game, and Goal TV should be a humdinger.
Raul couldn't bring it down, but it's to Robinho.
Look out!
Robinho! How did he miss?
It's a difficult angle, and he's got to kiss it home. Off of the post, he tries it. Beautiful asking ball by Beckham. Lovely flick on by Ruud. Steadies it, sees that post, whistles it. Well weighed. If you drive to the near post, too late, it's gone.
Sevilla next game. In fact, everyone 2 of 3 at home. Sevilla against Zaragoza, at Mallorca, and then they'll close out at home against Villarreal. Meanwhile, Valencia hosting Villarreal, at Levante, and at home against Sociedad. The problem is they just have too many points to make up and too many teams to jump.
Well, you're right, Phil, about Real Madrid going to Zaragoza. The way Zara played yesterday was absolutely phenomenal, and their goal scorers are deadly. They will ask a massive question of Real Madrid, but it seems on paper in that something in the air, something that you can't put your finger on, you can't identify, but there's something about this team in black this year that seems to be having destiny suck them towards Barcelona's crown. We don't know. We will see, because Barcelona will have something to say in Madrid in an hour's time. Less than that, half an hour.
Sevilla's only lost 2 home games. A little hit to the hip as Beckham's slow to get up. Raul sweeps it away as support. Sends it in himself. Headed away by Beto.
Rough on his touch, Diarra.
Almost, but Torres was there.
Well covered.
Diarra wants another crack.
Puts his own fire out eventually.
Beckham up the line. Ruud on the flank.
Great ball. Oh, an inch away.
Robinho was ready to celebrate.
Screaming at his boots. Van Nistelrooy.
A slip on the pass. Uche. Guerrero in the middle. Uche takes the long way.
And he needs double teaming. That's well contained by Gago. Just enough to put Uche off.
Vasquez.
Gets it again.
Uche tries the other flank. Ramos stays with him.
Got 2 to beat now.
Gago comes over to help. He spun inside, tripped up, and a penalty.
He had the double team, but his trickery outdoes them. That's good, considerate play by Uche. Is brave. He backheels it to himself, and the contact's made. There's very little complaining going on. Here's the back heel, and there's the clatter by Gago. Here's a little shake and bake, and I think it's Ramos that gets the first touch on him.
Well, one penalty deserves another.
It's very hard on Ramos and Gago because the trickery of Uche outdid them, and they thought they were stabbing at the ball, but the ball was gone.
Jesus Vasquez from 12 yards out. Stride, strikes, and Casillas deflects it but can't push it wide. It's a 1-goal game.
Cruel. Iker does brilliant here. He's had a fantastic year, the keeper. He does everything right. He reads the player, Vasquez. He's got him diving to the left. He sees the ball come. He makes good contact on it, Iker. Agony. Unlucky. Casillas.
Well, we've got a game now. 16 minutes. You think Barcelona is thinking about that Atletico game right now?
Well, if Beckham's got anything to say with it.
Runs to the corner.
Good hesitant. He needed on that right foot. The left's made of wood. The right's golden. Not this time.
Out for a throw-in for Recre, and the Huelva fans making some noise. Again, towards the southern coast of Spain. Nice conditions, about 65 degrees. Little breeze wafting from the river across the street.
Again, another cruel look. He couldn't have done any more. Strong, quick, slaps it away.
And a foul. It'll go against Recreativo. Twelve to 5 in shots.
15 perilous minutes now for Real Madrid to get to the other side of this tightrope.
Gago to Diarra.
But their balance has been tremendous. Will their nerve hold? Cannot slip up here. Real Madrid certainly played too well. Went down to a penalty, albeit a correct penalty given by Gonzalez. No question about that.
Here they come again. Almost. Guerrero tries to get it. Again, Atleti against Barca next. Firpo Aguila. Deem against Mijos and Municipal Xelajú rounding out the Sunday schedule. And we still got plenty more here. 14 minutes. And the title on the line. Real Madrid ties here. That loss Sevilla suffered against Real Madrid is basically wiped out. And Barcelona can take a huge step towards the title if they can win against the Atleti.
Here it is, the back heel. Ramos gets the first touch. Gago gets a one as well. He cannot believe it.
And I think he's more upset at the defending than he is even at the call.
The trick, of course, it's not, no question. It's the defending. He sees it. Great player himself, of course.
Robinho coming out, first sub.
Going to try to put this game to bed now. Guti, a little bit more defensive type of player, but a creator in his own right.
Outstanding last week. Actually, 2 weeks ago, the Sevilla game.
Yeah, last week not so good. But inspirational off the bench. Need to be an inspirer now.
Cannavaro heads, but not far enough away.
Recreativo on the uptick. An important player here now, Diarra.
Lifts it long. Rude can't get there. Pablo Amo puts it into touch.
Uche was the second division top goal scorer last season, 20 goals. That's what much of a danger he was, and I called it in that first half when we saw him warming up that Real Madrid did not want to see that guy come in. Well, he inflicted pain, but will it be lasting pain? We will see.
Dummied by Guti. Nice
Confidence
work.
is coming back. The referee this time plays his part in Real Madrid's defense. His team still got the best away record. I'm going to show it now in the last 15 minutes, defending this lead tenaciously.
Real Madrid, 10 wins, 2 draws, 5 losses. 3 games better than the Atleti, their closest rival on the road. Raul to the middle for Guti. Beckham's wide open, but Guti harassed.
Clever.
The give and go with Ramos. Ramos. Rude. Wide. And Beckham wide open. Did the flag come up though? It should have if it didn't. So the offside, third of the game against Real.
Look out!
Headed through, whistle blew, which way?
It's against Real Madrid.
Javi Guerrero can't believe it.
Cannavaro gets pulled down and kicked from behind at the same time. Fighting for the ball, Guerrero. But here you'll see it. There's the pull. happened a split second earlier.
Well, Marcelino has taught this team to fight. And they're one goal from upsetting the apple cart. Barcelona and Atletico still to come in just about 15 minutes time. Ramon Calderon on the left, Francisco Mendoza on the right, and both of them on the edge of their seats. Nice tradition there, isn't it?
Fabulous. Never suit me, that's for sure.
Drawing Ramos well out. He does a good job to win it. Back for Beckham. Up for Van Nistelrooy. Head up into the area. Rude denied on the slide. Beto comes back to save the day.
Super defending by Beto. This is a real energetic, hurtful run by Rude, barreling in, driving in, his head's up. He sees his options. He's got Lacquer in his sights, but beautifully dealt with by Beto.
Fifth corner. Beckham looking long. Diatta the target, cleared away. Guti tracking it down.
Good play.
Launched back. Ramos off. Tripped up inside, but the flag had come up first. Good opening for Aitor. Uche, one-on-one. To the inside. Only way Torres could slow him down.
I don't know. I think he had shirts behind him. Bit of a rash tackle that by Torres. This is dangerous.
Unofficially 10th foul against Real.
Van Nistelrooy coming back for his tower of strength. All hands to the pump.
Well, it could come down to this. The championship on the line.
Kua.
Santi with a better cross. No! Aitor. The shot rolls right into the waiting arms of Casillas.
Cream puff by Aitor. Pulls it to the side and gets nothing on it. Gratefully, Casillas down, suffocates it.
Still in play. Good run, Marino, the captain. 7 minutes left. Quick touch forward. Nice work from Recre. Where was this earlier? Tangled up outside the area. Now a hit. Play on. Manuel Mejuto having none of it.
Well, the fans going crazy here. Not too much. Cannavaro reaching in, getting a little bit of the ball. It's enough, in Mejuto Gonzalez's opinion.
Cannavaro with a push to the back, but going to take more than that to steal this game.
Sense it though. He wants the boys to lock and load more. Diarra and Gago got to burst their guts now in front of this back four. You see Beckham starting to tuck in a little bit deeper as well. Van Nistelrooy, the lone wolf up top. But what a wolf. That last run of his was tremendous. Oh, unlucky.
Tangled up in the midfield. Pablo Amo launches it long. Raul.
Good overlap.
Roberto Carlos. Guti.
Oh, little touch. Beckham wanted it. First time touch was on.
Second crack at it. Settles. Serves.
That's a push on Van Nistelrooy. It's never going to be given. But there's definitely a little lean in. But referee thinking that Rude makes too much of this.
They've already gotten one penalty whistled their way and one against.
Tight for Real Madrid now. About 7-8 minutes away from glory. This team isn't backing down. Danger, not for Casillas. That's well dealt with in the end. Sergio Ramos diving across Uche. The goalkeeper had it. Sergio says, I got it. Don't worry.
First corner of the game for Recre.
Could be man of the match, Sergio Ramos, for my money.
Into the mix. It's there! It's a goal for Uche! Uche sets up one, scores the other. We're tied at 2 and the title is slipping away.
The danger man before he came in. We warned you. This guy's a werewolf. Real Madrid unable to lock him up on the penalty, and on this one, he's too free. Roberto Carlos goes to sleep. This guy was the top goal scorer in the second division. 20 goals. He's been banging them in all year. This is the Achilles heel of Real Madrid, that central defensive position. We advertised it and called for it, but you thought that they had enough in them. Capello could smell it like a stinking rotten fish. He was imploring his men to lock down, focus on their defensive work. It's hard to criticize Roberto Carlos, but it seemed that it was Carlos that had Uche and he let him off the leash.
Well, Marcelino Garcia, we haven't seen him lately. I don't know if he can watch it. He might have gone inside. There you see the silver fox.
Said they were on the uptick, Phil. This is nightmare heartbreak for Real Madrid. In complete control in this game. 2-0 up and coasting. But they went all to hell in a handbasket after that penalty kick was awarded against Uche. The Nigerian nightmare.
Back to the middle, Uche challenging. Cleared and sent packing. Pablo Amo back into the mix. Gago soars. All out of sorts now.
Unbelievable drama.
He's back.
His team were given the littlest of a lifeboat out there after that penalty. And Real Madrid have not been able to quieten them.
Cazorla trying to work his magic, deflects it to the middle. Look at this.
Sergio Ramos did his work. Cannavaro did his work. They had wrapped up their defenders after that corner kick, but somebody went to sleep. And again, Phil, you look at the danger man for Recreativo 12. It's Uche.
There's no one else.
They would have been given a dossier on this man. How can you let him off the leash?
Javi Guerrero good in the air. Pablo Amo pretty good in the air. But Uche was the #1 target. And to be that wide open. Higuain. Second substitution along with Guti. They have Reyes and Cecilio.
He needs help in the box.
Higuain looks.
Good ball. Too heavy. He had the man in the box. He had Gago holding at the top of the box. He had Raul inside. And Van Nistelrooy. It's a poor ball by Higuain. Beck's gone a little bit into the shadows as well. But he put out so much energy to get his team 2-0 ahead. Kind of criticise David in this game. Absolutely unbelievable.
Higuain for Raul. Capello out of his area. You see Ria trying to calm things down.
I don't know how much you can blame the boss, Don Fabio, for this game, Phil. His game plan was tremendous. It was brilliant. His soldiers went out onto this battlefield and carried it off. But they just fell apart.
Diarra under pressure. The whistles. I think the fans want 90 minutes to end right now. Urrea wants it switched. A bump and Aitor goes down.
Gonna get it.
And Cazorla will have a free kick and a chance to win it. 3 minutes to be added. If this score holds, Sevilla 67, Real Madrid 67, and Barcelona 66, and a game at Atletico just minutes away. There's the man. We get Chukwu Uchi and cleared away on the break. Higuain on the run.
Needs magic.
Gago with him.
Beckham!
David Beckham. Gago.
He's in!
Robinho.
He's on!
Roberto Carlos.
He's got it!
Goal! Real Madrid. Roberto Carlos, the forgotten Galactico. They know him now.
Heartbreak turns into sheer delight, orgasmic jubilation. Gago's ballistic disco, heavenly. If you doubted this wasn't destiny, believe it now. Roberto Carlos turns from goat to superhero. Beautiful control, arrows it over the top of Lacquer. Heavenly ball, one touch, dynamite in that left foot. He can jump out of the stadium. He sees it come, he sees it go. Don Fabio to the rescue. Said it wasn't going to be his fault, it was going to be his soldiers that let the colours down. Well, they respond like champions do. They pick themselves up, they dust themselves down. This guy leaves himself out of his defensive lock and just launches himself like a torpedo down the field. There's a little bit of fortune. David Beckham was involved. He kept the ball alive. He kept it popping around. I think it was Gago that was slightly involved at the top of the box, if I'm not mistaken. But there was black shirts backing each other up and never say die. Astonishing drama beyond Shakespeare, this, Phil. What can you say? The season we have had, and it's still all to play for. It seemed like they were down and dead. The tombstone was getting carved. Fabio's men respond. Higuain launching down, barreling in. There's a great tackle comes in here. Beckham steps in, ushers it through. Gago steers it past. That's great vision by the Argentine. Eyes at the back of Gago's head to find the little Brazilian. Majestic scenes.
And
that's it.
Is over. Real Madrid, a test worthy of Dante's Inferno, and they come through shining like a champion.
I have no more words. I cannot express this because they're going to have to invent a new language in English. Shakespeare couldn't have found it. Brilliant Real Madrid. Gutsy, classy, majestic, possible champions.
Real Madrid and Sevilla have thrown the gauntlet. Can Barcelona pick it up?